Meeting to order. Moment of silence followed by the pledge. Thank you. Any public comment on agenda items only? Seeing none, we'll move on to assessment corrections. Duplicate, Chief Storman.
Addition $813,120.
Good.
Fractions we are two in the rate of 40,000.
Is there a motion to accept Deb's report, please? Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Next order of business, approve the minutes of the August 5th, 2026 Commissioners meeting. We have a motion. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Next order, approve the minutes of the August 11th, 2026 CNY needs-based budget meeting. Is there a motion, please? Are there any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Abstain, very good. Please note Mr. Parker's abstained. Next, amend motion 26-237 dated 8/5 of 2026 to reflect the price change for replacement TV from $1,599.91 to $1,749.99, an increase of 100. Is there a motion, please? One way or another that works. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Proclamations and certificates. We have a certificate for the East Brunswick University for the new University Center, which will be dedicated this Friday between 11:30 and 12. Is there a motion? Are there any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. New business, personnel. We have the agenda and also approve the ratified request to work additional hours in the Sheriff's Department. Pay period ending 7/26/26, and also the Sheriff's Office pay period ending 8/9/26. Is there a motion? Thank you. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Electronic financial transactions. We have A, we have vouchers payable, B, gross payroll, C, healthcare benefits. Is there a motion, please?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. The travel authorization, approve and ratify travel request report with the Conservation District, Emergency Services, Human Resources, and Deb Storman if she comes in with another bad report line. Is there a motion, please? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Area Agency on Aging, execute contract with Gretchen Weitzman, Esquire, to provide legal assistance and advice for protective services and guardianship clients and represent Monroe County Area Agency on Aging in court as necessary with a period of 8/1/26 to 7/31/20, at a rate of $150 per hour with a maximum of $10,000 for the contract time. Is there a motion, please? Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Children and Youth Services. Execute the following purchase and service agreement for the period of 7/1/26 to 6/30/27. Diacon Child, Family, and Community Ministries, the contract limit of $75,000 for foster care. Kids Peace Hospital with a contract limit of $150,000. And also Metaplace Youth Home LLC for contract limit of $200,000. Also execute a contract for professional services, Children's Advocacy Center of Monroe County for the period of 7/1/26 through 6/30/28 with a contract limit of $35,000 to provide forensic evaluations. Is there a motion? Are there any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Okay, moving on to the commissioners' office. I ask you to please follow along with me on the first one. We have the approve the budget adjustment report of 8/9/2026 totaling $213,345. We have to. Thank you. What we have to do is break this out. We have monies that we're taking, we get from the grant carryover of $124,050, $40 in advertising, $573 in conventions and allocations, and auto allowance $200. Against that, what we're putting out is $9,117 in grant revenue, Catholic Social Services, $2,641. Catholic Social Services, $5,323. Pike County Developmental Center. I'm sorry, that is $5,323. CDD of Pike County Education, $6,636. Choosing Integrity, $3,960. Jump down to PSFC for $12,169. Stroud Regional Parks for $2,641. Family Promise of Pike County, $1,102. Family Promise of Monroe County, $20,068. $11,090. Resources for Human Development, $7,273. PBM Ecumenical Pantry, $6,601. Pike County Human Services, $6,290. And Meals on Wheels for $6,601. Also, we could have for capital outlay for fleet maintenance, $20,000. Domestic relations, we have wiring and cabling, totally $4,977. Emergency management training center, we have to replace the well pump out there for $6,400. In maintenance, we have $24,750 in maintenance for repairs at the courthouse. The public defender's office, $14,250 for the Westlaw subscription. The sheriff's office, $18,103 to purchase high security keys for the courthouse and active shooter training. The CSBG first round was $100,572. Or if we could get a motion, please. I'm sorry, this is because Mr. Parker is on the Salvation Army board. I'm on Safe Monroe's board. We have to separate these out. So all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Salvation Army for this money comes to $19,579. Is there a motion? I will second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any abstentions? Thank you. Moving on to Safe Monroe for $3,696. Is there a motion? All in favor signify by saying aye. I will abstain. Motion carries. Sorry that was so changed. Also acknowledge the final arbitrage report general obligations bond series of 2022 for the period of June 17th of 2022 through September 15th of 2025 with $8,860.19 in arbitrage liability due plus $292.90 interest due to the U.S. Treasury. C, acknowledge 5-year arbitrage report for the general obligation bond series of 2021 for the period of June 2nd, 2022 through 2021. Sorry, June 2nd, 2022, 2021 to June 22nd, 2026 with $789,023.71 of arbitrage liability due to the U.S. Treasury. Also authorize the chief clerk to advertise the following: bathroom renovations at the Conservation District and budget hearing dates. And E, approve and ratify the following opioid grants from the opioid settlement funds consistent with excuses allowed under the opioid settlement agreement exhibit E. AMZ Housing Solutions in the amount of $40,000 for rental assistance and half for fees in the amount of. That was removed. I'm sorry. I was using my notes. I apologize. Also approve the following payments for items from the hotel tax fund, Stroud Area Regional Police Department overtime for Independence Day parade coverage in the amount of $951.68, and the Monroe County Transportation Authority bus services at the County Commissioners Association PA Conference in the amount of $1,210. Also approve of the payment of the Substance Abuse Education and Demand Reduction Fund CFRED in the amount of $8,000 for court-related office attendance at a treatment court conference in the amount of $8,000. So as we follow along, that is motion for B through G. Is there a motion, please?
Second.
Are there any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Number 7, the correctional facility. Ratify authorization of Eugene Ruddy, Warden, to sign an agreement with Information Equity Initiative Incorporated to provide educational digital content using digital television broadcast signals for the term of 7/1 of 2026 through 6/30/2027 at a cost of $32,000 to be paid for inmate welfare. Is there a motion? Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Fiscal and grants. Approve the 2026-2027 hazardous materials response fund grant in the amount of $5,267 with a performance period of 7/1/2026 to 6/30/2027. To authorize Jennifer Barclay, Fiscal Director, to electronically sign the agreement on behalf of the Commission. B, amend the motion of 2026-131 dated 6/5 of 2026 to correct the grant period for the Medication Assistance Substance Abuse Treatment Grant Program application 7/1 of 26 through 6/30 of 28. C, amend motion 2026-192 dated 7/1 of 2026 to correct the contract period for the Medication Assisted Substance Abuse Treatment Grant Program contract to 7/1/2026 to 6/30/8. D, ratify authorization for Ashley Carrot, Grants Manager, to electronically submit the fiscal year 2026 Election Integrity Grant Program application period of 7/1 of 2026 through 6/30/2027 in the amount of $587,835.52 to provide financial support for county elections administration, staff, ballots, canvassing, transportation, and list maintenance. E, ratify authorization for Jennifer Barclay, Fiscal Director, to electronically sign the fiscal year 2026 Election integrity grant program contract for the period of 7/1/26 through 6/30/2027 in the amount of. Is this a duplicate?
No, once the application and once the contract, it's a very.
Two times. In the amount of $587,835.52. And that. Again, ratify authorization for Ashley Carrick, grants manager, to submit the 2026-2027 Human Services Plan for the implementation of Homeless Assistance Program, HAP, and the Human Services Development Program, HSDF. Is there a motion, please? Are there any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. The Industrial Development Authority. A, approve the First Amendment to the Cooperation and Funding Agreement for the Sanofi Pasteur Inc. Gas Corridor Capital Project, ME 300-1516, with MCIDA, increasing the redevelopment assistance capital program by $4 million. And also approve the cooperation and funding agreement Oakland Family YMCA project for the NCIDA for the redevelopment assistance capital program in the amount of $3,750,000. Is there a motion? Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Information technology and services. Ratify change order number 3, the Ring Central Inc. adding 18 ATA analog telephone adapters in the amount of $1,710. Is there a motion?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Transportation Authority. Report the following to the Board of Directors Board of Directors for new term to expire 6/30/2031. Robert Hoffman, Mr. Eric Koopman, and Mary 9/30/2030. Robert Hoffman, Eric Koopman, Mary Claire McDonough. Also reappoint Robert Wright to the Board of Directors for a new term to expire 9/30/2030. Also approve the 2025-2026 Medical Assistance Transportation Program fourth quarter report in the amount of $114,880.80. Is there a motion? Sorry. Are there any questions? Favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Capital outlay purchase. Ratify the capital purchase report dated 8/19/2026 in the total of $900.90. Those are for standing, adjustable desk risers and additions. Also, we have to approve the capital purchase report dated 8/19/2026, total of $36,093.18. Sheriff's Office, we have high security fees of $1,027.50. Also, the Sheriff's Office, he has active shooter training package for $15,429.53, as well as the active shooter rescue area at $1,644.80. Also, in the correctional facility, we have 15 bulletproof vests of $10,853.89, as well in our planning department, purchasing 50 farmland preservation signs, $7,137.50. Their motion. Any questions? Favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Computer capital purchases. Ratify the computer capital purchase report dated 8/19/2026, totaling $1,710. Also, we have to approve computer capital report purchase report dated 8/19/2026, totaling $26,844. $1,000.08. We have that $1,710 is for analog adapters for the Ring Central. And $26,844.08. We have domestic relations, we have cabling, parts and labor. They did not want at the time of construction, but want now at $3,733. Also, we have MBJ 443-2-02 camera system installation at $4,432.88. At MDJ Court 43402, we have a lobby camera installation of $1,062.50. Department of Information Systems, we have a network tester at $3,800.70. The Department of Information Systems also, we have a laptop at $1,990. And in the courts, we have equipment for maintenance repair for 7 airphone desk stations for installation, $11,816, totaling $23,111.08. So, questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Miscellaneous, Mr. Parker, do you have anything?
Just a little bit. Less than fair Sunday. All week. Also, we can table out there some items. Thursday, tomorrow, chocolate is going to be had. Girls and fun for me around. Responsible job. And words so that being unveiled. So the county will have 2 bells after tomorrow. And also an event that was to have taken place this past Sunday up at Parkside Chapel, which is featured here at my school of the registry. They were having an open house Sunday, but because of the rain, they postponed it to the 30th. So fair will be over on the 29th. People will be back open house at Parkside Chapel, which is the only building on the National Historic Registry in the Terrace Township. That's when the American 250 is. While I'm missing passports, have copies here. The rat factor as well. There is an ice cream passport for local ice cream shops, and if you visit 6 of them, check in. You'll be entered to win gift cards. That ends on maybe. That will help me. Thank you.
This is the thing, to give you back on the offer school district. Finding possible, how many school districts out. We have excellence on the table. Perhaps sometimes it's the children or grandchildren. And yourself, the children. Not the kids celebrate.
Any public comment?
Is it better?
Much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys letting us speak. One, I wanted to do a follow-up on the 287 G. If you remember several months ago, I asked in regard to that, has there been any follow-up with the information that the Latino community had heard at the gym? I mean, is there anything?
No, we did follow up on it, and this is for the getting the money from ICE.
Yes, individuals signing up for this.
Right, and nobody in our correction facility. To my knowledge, and to the warden's knowledge.
Great. On a lighter note, I wanted to mention that the Women's Military Museum that is headed up by Lieutenant Major Sergeant Major Claudette Williams has moved to Stroudsburg. So exciting, 107 North 7th Street. They're going to be having a soft opening on September 4th, and you're all invited in the evening. And then the main grand opening will be Saturday. So this is going to be a great experience and what a great addition to the community for sure. Claudette would like this to not just be a museum, but she's going to take you through each room, which has been dedicated to the war, different wars, and these brave women that have served in that capacity, and tell you a story about each of them. So I think you're going to find it quite different from a regular museum. So we'd love for all of you to mark that on your calendar. September 4th in the evening will be the soft opening, and the grand opening will be during Strike Fest on 5th.
Sorry, that's some brick raft neighbors right down the street.
And thank you guys for always being here as well. We always thank them, but they couldn't do this without you.
That's what they tell us.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Not, can I get a motion to adjourn? We are salary boards at 11. Thank you. Shall remember it's 4:30. Not 3:30.
Yeah. Well, yeah.